Hello everyone, welcome to my channel, or welcome back. Thank you so much for being here. My name is Caterina, or Cat, and this is Infinite Wellness Within. In today's Pick a Card reading, our topic is moving beyond restrictions in your life. Once you choose your card, you can find the timestamps in the description box below, which will take you directly to your reading. If you want to book a personal reading with me, you can do that on my website, which is also linked below. Please remember that is the only way to book any of my services with me. If anyone ever reaches out to you, just know that is not me. All right, so today I have the Six of Swords from 3 different decks, and that's how you'll choose your group today. So I'm going to go through each one. Group number 1, you have the Six of Swords from the Good Fortune Tarot, and you also have the Serpentine crystal. Group number 2, you have the Six of Swords from the Silver Witchcraft Tarot, and you also have the Bloodstone. Group number 3, you have the Six of Swords from the Bee Tarot, and you also have the Rainforest Jasper. Please take your time choosing your card or cards. It's perfectly fine to choose more than one card if you're drawn to more than one card, and I'll see you in your readings. Hello, group number 1. You have the Serpentine, and this is your Six of Swords from the Good Fortune Tarot. And I'm going to put this back in the deck, but I am getting some information from this card. So I feel that regarding these restrictions in your life, I feel like there's definitely a creative solution or a surprising solution. So the way out of these restrictions could surprise you. The way that you find yourself moving out of them could surprise you. So I just wanted to say that real quick. Now I'm going to put this card back in the deck, and we're going to start with your oracle cards. What can you tell us for group number 1, please? Group number 1 is moving beyond restrictions in their life. What can you tell us about that? Okay, this card, if I can get it out, and this one also. Okay. So you have the Sailor, New Influences, and Wanderlust. And look, you have a fish here. Hold on, let me grab your card again. Okay. So it's interesting to me, first of all, that you're in water here. And, you know, in the traditional Six of Swords, the person is in a boat being guided away from a problem. But here, you don't have a boat. So you see what I'm saying? How there's some sort of creative solution or some surprising solution that I feel is going to happen for you. Now, what's interesting with this card over here is that you actually have a boat here. Okay, so this is the solution that is sailing into your life, if you will, because it's the Sailor card here. So yeah, and it also says New Influences over here, and you also have the 2 fish here on the bottom of the card, and then you have the flying fish here. So you have some synchronicities already. Very, very interesting to me. So yeah, there's some solution, something, and for some of you it could kind of pop up out of the blue, very unexpected. The Weaver, rediscovery, transition. You see? I feel that you may not see it yet, or you may not feel the transition yet, but pretty soon you're going to see it, okay, with your own eyes, instead of just trusting the universe, instead of just trusting what I'm saying. You are actually going to be seeing it soon. And I feel also, once you kind of get through this transition, with rediscovery, I feel that you're kind of rediscovering life again, like you have hope again, you believe that things are going to get better again, and I just feel like there's movement, like things are going to be picking up for you. what else can you tell us for group number 1, please? Group number 1 is moving beyond restrictions. What can you tell us about that? Okay, that one and that one. Into the unknown, underworld, depth, courage, facing your fears. You know, this is really interesting because, first of all, I mean, it's talking about the underworld. I feel like this is kind of where you are right now or where you have been. And it does have an element of you going into the future also, because I feel that there is fear about the future, but again, once you start seeing how the future looks for you, you're going to ease into it and you're going to start to feel much better about your future, and you're not going to feel like you're sinking anymore. And so I feel it's going to take courage for you to go through this transition to get to the other side. But Spirit says, face your fears, have courage, because things are going to get better for you. But, you know, you just need to kind of like trust the universe and allow things to work for you, if that makes any sense. Okay, Mother of the Salt Waters, passion, wild love, open your heart, let love in. So this is kind of what I was just saying, how you need to kind of work with the universe a little bit, allow things to come into your life. And so, yeah, I feel like this is what, or, you know, kind of continues on with what I was saying. And the thing that's interesting here is that it says mother. So I feel that there's something coming into your life that will help take care of whatever problems you're going through. Whether that's a person, place, thing, or situation, I definitely feel like things are going to be shifting for you. And you're getting your passion back. Okay, so it says passion right here. And remember, I was talking about that here with rediscovery, where you're going to like rediscover your passion for life again, rediscover your passion for whatever the problem is here. Which could, I mean, it could be anything. It could be, you know, a particular relationship in your life, whether that is romantic, friends, family. It could be your career. It could be your job. It could be just life in general. If life really got you down, I feel that you're getting your spark back. You're getting your energy back. All right. I'm going to take 1 or 2 cards from the tea leaf deck. We'll see what happens. What can you tell us? What's the most important thing that this deck could tell group number 1, please? Ooh, I feel like this one, and did you see that purple one flash? There it is right there. I'm going to grab it because, oh my gosh, I can't get it. Okay, there we go. Yeah, there was something about those two together that really caught my attention. So what should we do first? I feel like we should do this one first and then look at the month, which is the purple one here. Oh my gosh, you have star, guaranteed success. Look at that. That's amazing. I'm also seeing something about like a guiding star, a guiding light. And it's connected to this boat that's coming to rescue you from this situation right here. And you know, it's interesting because you can't see the stars right here. You can't see the sky, but you're going to. And I feel also with star and guaranteed success, whatever it is that you're having difficulty with right now, you're going to be successful with that situation. And if it's just kind of like your life in general, I feel like things are going to open up for you. So let's see what your month is. December. Oh, wow. That's interesting, isn't it? So this is coming out in December. So that's really interesting. So it could be that there's going to be a shift for you coming in very, very soon with, you know, in this month. And then if you're watching this at another time, because this is a timeless reading, this can indicate that something will come together for you in December, or maybe the problems started in December, or, you know, whatever it is. December could be significant for you. It could be number 12 is significant for you. So it could be the 12th of the month, 12 days, 12 months, 12 weeks, you know, whatever it is. But there's some sort of solution connected to December, because if you see here, this looks like angel wings. And you know, it's interesting because there's some sort of travel. So maybe you're going to be traveling somewhere, maybe somebody's going to be traveling to you, or you're getting a message by like mail or even electronic because it's still traveling from one place to another. But you have the boat here and then you have the wings here. So I am picking up something about travel. Okay, so let's look at your tarot cards now. And I do have the original card back in the deck here, just so you know. All right. I feel like your cards are ready. Actually, I felt them kind of, I don't know if you saw it, but they kind of jumped. So let's just go right into them. Oh my gosh, no wonder your cards were ready. This is the Ace of Swords. And look, this is exactly what I was just talking about. This bird is traveling with some sort of message with the swords here. And I feel like there's some sort of cutting through difficulty or cutting through confusion or something like that, or this is bringing clarity to you, because look at all of these tree branches here. So it's weird because it's like, I feel like this isn't a problem for the bird to fly through this, but for you to fly through it, it's difficult. So I feel like this is your solution coming in. And also, remember I was talking about seeing things, which is really interesting, isn't it? That you have the eye here. That's when I was talking about seeing things. And the Ace of Swords, you know, the swords can definitely talk about clarity and things like that. So yeah, there's something interesting going on here. I'm curious. Oh my gosh. Do you see the synchronicities? Okay. So now I can't pull it out now because it's in here, but remember your first card and there was a fish jumping out of the water down here with the Six of Swords. Well, now you have a fish jumping out of this cup. And I mean, there's so many things going on here. Remember you have the two fish down here. And then with December, with your last two oracle cards over here, the Star in December, I was getting something about communication, a message coming into you or coming toward you. Got the same thing here. And the Page of Cups can also talk about some sort of surprising communication, you receiving information or you receiving something. And for you, in this case, this is that surprise solution that's coming in for you. Something that will take you out of this problem that you've been having. It's also going to, see, there's something about your heart. Because you have open your heart here, you have passion, and then you have hearts on the cup here. Can you see those all along here? And then here you have the hearts. So this seems to be connected to your heart. So something emotional seems to be going on here. And it's also causing a lot of like mental strife and confusion, difficulty, doubts. For some of you, it's like frustration and anger, but that's being resolved. So for some of you, this could be definitely connected to another person. And I feel that you'll resolve any problems if this is connected to another person. And that would include anything going on with like work relationships, personal, romantic, family, anything like that. I also feel like this could have something to do, for example, if you're trying to pursue something that's in your heart. Like maybe you were gonna start traveling somewhere and then something happened where you can't go right now, but you will be able to go. Or maybe you are trying to start your own business or something like that. Whatever it is, it's really, really in your heart, but there's gonna be a solution so that you can move forward with those plans. Yeah, this is the Death card. So this is talking about death and rebirth. So definitely death of the problem and rebirth into what it is that you have been hoping for. And you know what's interesting also? Right here where the heart chakra would be, I am seeing a light there. So there's something about it being in your heart. And then you can see the sunshine coming up over here. So definitely there's a new day, a solution. I just feel like waking up to a new day. The Six of Cups, yeah. So whatever it is that has been on your mind for so long, whatever it is that you've been hoping for and praying for and visualizing, manifesting, this is you receiving exactly that, exactly what you've been hoping for, what you've been wanting. And, you know, it's kind of interesting because here you have the Death card. And then there's something about this card, probably like the stones here and the lawn and the flowers. It's kind of reminding me, I mean, it's obviously a park here, but it's reminding me a little bit of a cemetery. So this is kind of like death and rebirth. So some of you, because this is a park, but it's reminding me a little bit of a cemetery, some of you may be able to pick up with your original idea, but the solution that's coming in looks a little bit different, first of all, than what you expected, but the outcome might be a little bit different than what you expected. But what I'm seeing is that it's still bringing you like the end result that you wanted. So just a real simple example, let's just say that you were going to open a business and you wanted to be in this one particular location. You found the perfect office. You're like, oh my gosh, that's the one. There is no other office for me. I have to have that one. And then something happens where you can't move into that office. There's some sort of paperwork or something, you know, red tape, whatever it is. But then you find another office, and when you go there, you're like, yeah, it's not going to be good enough because the other one was perfect. But then once you step inside, you're like, oh no, this is even better than the last one. So it's something like that. And it doesn't have to be work related, office related. I'm just giving you a very simple example. Okay. So we have the Chariot. First of all, you're moving beyond your problems. Second of all, we have the fish showing up here again, okay? So typically you don't really see a fish on the Chariot card, but we're seeing it here. So again, you have this reoccurring theme that whatever this is connected to your heart, everything is going to turn out okay. Yes, it's been a journey. I absolutely see that. You've put a lot of hard work into something. You've put a lot of I think also patience into something, and you've come really far with this particular thing. And yes, it was on hold for a little while, or it was stalled, or it just wasn't, you know, something wasn't quite there yet, but it will be. This is like kind of like a hard won victory card, the Chariot card. So Spirit is also saying, don't give up, keep going. Yeah, here, the Strength card. Keep going, don't give up. And again, we're on the heart chakra. Do you see that? That's very, very interesting. There's definitely something going on with your emotions in your heart. Like, I feel whatever this is, it's in your heart. You believe in this. You want this. It's like something that I feel you would be devastated if it didn't work out. And I'm hearing that you don't have to worry about that because it is going to work out for you. So patience, patience, patience here with the Strength card. It's no wonder I was getting that with the Chariot card also. I feel like there's something else with this Strength card. What is it trying to come through? Well, you're overcoming. So you're overcoming things. You're also going to have an understanding of why things happened the way that they did, which kind of takes me back a little bit to the Weaver card in the eye here. So you have the Lover's card. Yeah. And in this particular Lover's card, they're actually holding hands here. So what that is telling me is that everything is going to come together. There may be some sort of sacrifice with the way that you see things, or the way, you know, kind of sacrificing. For example, like I was talking about the office just a minute ago, where you wanted this one office, but you can't have it now. So you're going to go look at this other one. And then so you're kind of sacrificing by allowing this one to kind of, you know, leave it in the past. Don't focus on this, and don't focus on the fact that you didn't get exactly what you wanted, so that you can then open your heart, open your eyes to the other possibilities that are there. Because with this angel up here, I feel like you're being divinely guided into the perfect circumstances for your situation. And I feel also that you may have a decision to make. First of all, the decision, part of it is going to be, do you want to stay dwelling on what didn't work, or do you want to pick up and look at what can work? Maybe for some of you, it's speaking to forgiving other people, reconciling with people, coming up with a creative solution as far as how to work around issues, things like that. But ultimately, I'm seeing things coming together. The Two of Cups, yeah, I mean, look at, first of all, you have the flying fish again here. You have a bird kind of dropping a crown here. So that's telling me that success is going to kind of land in your lap. And once again, you have two people here in agreement, moving forward with something. Definitely listen to your intuition about the situation and about any decisions that you need to make going forward. Let me see. There's one more thing that's trying to come through here. Oh, okay. Well, so once things balance out for you, there's a lot of synergy going on regarding you and these other people, places, things, and situations. So the things just kind of flow very, very easily for you, and things are also much, much calmer. And you also know much more what to expect than you do right now, or than you did, in the recent past. Yep, the Four of Wands. This makes so much sense. So yeah, I definitely feel some of you are reconciling with somebody. Some of you might be getting an old job back. That's coming through also. And then for others of you, this is showing that thing that was on hold, it feels like you needed one thing to happen in order to move forward. And I'm definitely seeing that it's happening, especially this row down here, the Lovers, the Two of Cups, and the Four of Wands. This is all about, making progress with things turning out very, very well. Some of you are starting over with something, especially with the Death card here, but the rebirth is going to be in more alignment than the old thought process, than the old connection that you had, than the old communication that you had. Yeah, you're definitely celebrating something with this up here. All right, the Two of Wands. Yeah, remember with the Lovers card and the Two of Cups, I was talking about how you may have a decision to make. And I feel like this is your decision. I feel like if you choose to, you can kind of stay stuck here in the underworld. If you don't want to try again, you can choose to stay here. That's your decision. But what I'm seeing is that you're not going to choose to stay there. Some of you will need to swallow your pride and apologize, or have a conversation with someone that you feel, your ego is saying, oh, I want to keep arguing about this. But, again, you have this decision to make. Others of you may need to just pick yourself up, dust yourself off, and say, okay, that was brutal, but I'm going to try again. I'm going to try again. I'm not going to give up. And that's what I'm seeing with this card here, with the Two of Wands. It's absolutely regarding whatever this is that you have been hoping to see in your life. All right, the Knight of Pentacles. Yeah. There's movement forward. Again, you have another mode of transportation here. Isn't that interesting? I feel some of you, all of you are definitely moving forward with something if you choose to. But some of you are traveling or literally moving one home to another. Because there's these modes of transportation that, remember, it was missing in your original Six of Swords card. So very, very interesting. This mode of transportation, either literal or metaphorical, is showing up in your life, but I'm telling you, it feels like it's going to be a little bit different than expected. Even the Chariot card, you have the fish on there, which doesn't typically appear in the Chariot card. Here you, instead of having a boat or something else, a car or anything like that, you have a rabbit that's going to take you to where you want to go. So just be open to interesting possibilities. All right, let's look at your last card. You have the Eight of Swords. Interesting, because here there's some sort of restriction, but it's definitely possible to move out of this restriction and grab this crown down here. Remember, the crown is falling towards you with the Two of Cups. It's definitely possible to move out of this, but it's for you, for this reading, it's about how you look at things and getting control over your emotions. Some of you, like I said, getting control over your pride, setting that aside. Because like I said, some of you, I feel, are going back to a job. So maybe some of you quit a job and you thought you were going to start this new amazing job and it ended up being horrible. And so now you want to go back and ask your old boss for your job back. So that can be literal for some of you, metaphorical for others of you. I just feel like for a lot of you, there's another person connected here where you're like repairing a conversation that you had, a disagreement that you had, or a complete split. So maybe some of you are married and you split with your partner, and you're, going to get back together and work things out. So, think along those lines, and you can kind of plug in your own situation there. But yeah, and so with the Eight of Swords, the topic today is moving beyond restrictions in your life. So this is exactly what you're moving beyond. You're finding the answers to get out of this, which takes us right back to our very first card, the Ace of Swords. Remember, I said this is that thing that's coming in, that clarity, that answer that you need to move beyond this. So that is your reading for today. I hope this helped you. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please like and subscribe. And if you ever want to book a personal reading with me, you can do that on my website, which is linked below. Thank you so much for watching. Hello, group number 2. You have the Bloodstone, and this is your Six of Swords from the Silver Witchcraft Tarot. Now, I am feeling something from this card. I just want to mention this real quick. Obviously, you have the rainbow here. So what I'm seeing is that after the rain, you get the rainbow, right? After the storm, you get the rainbow. So this is showing me, this is like a visual representation that you will move beyond these restrictions in your life, okay? So I'm going to put this back in the deck and we'll start with your oracle cards. What can you tell us for group number 2, please? Moving beyond restrictions for group number 2. The Dancer, self-expression and strength. So I feel like everything's going to come together for you. Oh, and look at that. It looks like the infinity symbol. Oh, that's really interesting. So Spirit is saying have strength. There's new growth that's coming in for you. And I feel that once you move beyond these restrictions in your life, there's something about things being fixed and you being able to move forward with whatever the situation is for you. And yeah, I just feel like things are coming together. It's like two things coming together, because you even have the bracelets right here that are coming together. Almost forming an infinity symbol, so I feel whatever this is that you're waiting for or wanting to see happen or figure it out or something like that, I feel like it's going to have long lasting results for you. And it's like the problem is solved for an extended period of time. And there's also longevity with like this new situation. The Catalyst, radical changes taking control. Yeah, I definitely understand that just like the energy from this card in general, I feel that this is the catalyst is bringing this together here. And look at the papers here with this writing on it. So I feel like there could be some form of information or some kind of solution that you develop through trial and error for some of you, trying things, and if that doesn't work, trying something else. But Spirit is saying don't give up, especially with the Strength card here. And it's interesting, you have self-expression here, and then here you have the writing on this paper. So it could be something about the way that you present something, coming up with ideas, like yeah, just like trial and error, just like writing down any possible scenario kind of, and then seeing what fits, what doesn't fit, what doesn't work, different things like that. But there's something that's going to stick, that's going to bring about these incredible changes for you. And then you will be back in control, because it says taking control. So, right now, or in the very recent past, you were not in control of the situation, but you're gaining control of the situation. What else can you tell us for group number 2? Okay. Look at that. Metamorphosis. Embrace transformation. Things are now different. This card is coming right after the catalyst, which is radical changes. So this is like that death and rebirth. And I feel like you're kind of in limbo right now, but things are definitely changing for you. I'm getting like an icy vibe here. So it feels like something has been frozen. So there's been a delay with something, but I'm seeing like things starting to pick up for you. And then this water down here, I feel like you're going to start to flow in the direction that you want to go. The Water Oracle, psychic abilities acting on visions, it's destined. Okay, so I feel like you're destined to fix this problem. You're destined to get to the other side, right? It's in your destiny to move beyond these restrictions in your life right now. And you will be able to take action on what it is that you want to see happen. See, I feel like you have a plan or something. When I look back at these papers up here, I feel like you've maybe had a plan for a while and you want to move forward with that, but for one reason or another, you were prevented from moving forward. But another thing with the Strength card, something is gaining momentum. I feel the metamorphosis is gaining momentum. It's gaining strength. And pretty soon when things come together for you, you will be able to like jump on that momentum and ride into the sunset with whatever this idea is that you're trying to accomplish. What else can you tell us for group number 2, please? Okay, what else is the most important thing? I feel like this one right here. Okay, so let's see what you have. Casket, someone going out of your life or the end of a situation. Exactly. Did I say, yeah, did I say that? I don't know if I said that, but with the metamorphosis, there's like a death and rebirth. So I'm not sure if, I think I did say that with metamorphosis. And then here, definitely, this is confirmation that this death and rebirth, what is dying, what is going away is that difficult situation, stagnancy, a lack of movement forward. So this could be someone that was holding you back. This could be something that was holding you back, a situation, whatever it is. Change is coming in to your life. So let's see what else you have. Bowl, plenty of material things. Yeah, isn't this interesting? This was holding you back here. So something that was holding you back is coming to an end. And then you're receiving this, you're receiving plenty. So if you've had any financial difficulties, that's changing for you because you have plenty of material things here. I feel whatever it is that you need to provide nutrients for your soul, for your body, for your heart. So not necessarily food, right? But a missing piece, a missing idea that will help fuel an idea or a movement that you want to take in your life. That is what's coming in. So out with the old, in with the new. What else can you tell us for group number 2, please? Group number 2 is moving beyond restrictions. Thank you. Okay, so we are ready. The 3 of Cups, things are coming together for you. And not just that, but there's a celebration coming in and there's a new beginning. Because I'm not quite sure, but this woman right here looks like she might be pregnant. So definitely there's a new beginning, a new start. And I feel like it's not too far away for you. I feel that you may still have a few months to kind of figure things out, especially if you need to do that trial and error thing that I was feeling earlier. But yeah, I mean, things are coming together, and I feel that where there was lack, so anything lacking, there is growth. And there is something coming through about being creative with what you're writing here. Some of you may be, maybe a writer, maybe you had writer's block. And for others of you, think about that more metaphorically, where think outside the box for creative solutions to this problem that you have. Or if something that is out of the ordinary comes into your life that may help fix the problem, don't just, discount that idea. Don't throw away that idea. Look at it and see, how does this feel intuitively? But yeah, I feel like you're going to be celebrating something. It's like you receive this bowl full of amazing produce and then you're celebrating that. So I feel like you're going to be receiving something soon. The Knight of Wands. Okay, so not just that, but you're getting your power back. You're getting your, I just heard you're getting your mojo back. Some of you are feeling inspired again. Some of you have that, that fire back in you where you're ready to conquer the world. You're going forward with something. You've figured something out and there's no stopping you now. You've solved some kind of problem and you are going to be making progress forward. And some of you may need to retrace your steps. Some of you stepped back, right? Like you had to take a step back from something. And so let's say that you started here, and then with your situation, you went back here, and now you're going to be going back over this again. But when you go back over it this time, it's like, your footing, you know where to step, you know how to move. So it's much smoother this time. All right, the World card, very interesting World card. And what's even more interesting is that this is right below Metamorphosis. And remember I told you there's a new beginning coming up for you. I mentioned that in the 3 of Cups. So something's gaining strength. I feel what is gaining strength is the changes that are coming. So by that, I feel the changes are gaining strength because they're getting closer to you. This metamorphosis is getting closer to you. It's almost time for you to step forward with something, to reveal something to the world, to embrace this new that's coming into your life. And I mean, this card, it just fascinates me. You have the big tree here, and then you have the little tree here. And then you have the small child here. And remember I pointed out, it looks like this woman over here is pregnant. So we're going from being pregnant to having a small child. Obviously this child here is a little bit older than an infant, but you see metaphorically where I'm going with this, how there's definitely growth. And I feel that this is where you want to be with this big, strong tree here. And this is where you're starting, but things are different now than they were before. So remember how I was saying some of you may need to retrace your steps and then come back forward? And for some of you, something that you tried to do before did not work out. But remember here, things are now different. Things are different now than they were before. So if you tried to accomplish this before and it didn't work out, this time is different, so this will be possible. Ooh, I just heard as I was reaching for these cards, I just heard there's something about the new year. So if you're watching this when this comes out, this is coming out in December, toward the new year, right? Now, this is a timeless reading. So if you're watching this, let's say in June or March or whatever it is, it could be that you will start something before the new year, but by the new year, you're going to see this huge transformation. And if you're watching this right now and this comes out, it could be that you're going to get this catalyst in the new year, or right, that those couple weeks before the new year and those couple weeks after the new year. So like that month of time right there, which is right when this is coming out. So you could, for some of you, could be seeing a change almost immediately. And then look at what you get after that. You have the Knight of Cups. So this is, a couple things here. This is that change. This is that catalyst that is taking you somewhere. And it's definitely connected to your heart. Like, I feel that something's pulling on your heartstrings because it didn't happen. I feel like something was tied up, or something was like in a knot and you had to figure out how to untie it before you could move forward. But it's gaining momentum. Okay, especially because you have the Knight of Wands here. So something that is in your heart, something that you're passionate about, you're going to be able to pursue that. You're figuring that out. And some of you, it's just like seeing forward movement in your life, just in general. And you're going to be feeling so much more lighthearted that it's like a breath of fresh air. You're being guided also. Listen to your intuition, because this right here, I shouldn't have set this down yet. This right here is like a little fairy or something like that, helping to guide you. So listen to your intuition. Another thing, the Three of Cups over here, I just heard something about the new year, which I just talked about that, but specifically like New Year's Eve, New Year's Day. So that could have some significance for some of you. Just keep that in mind. And it doesn't have to be when this comes out. It could be the year 2027, 2028, 2030, whenever you're watching this. So, and it doesn't even have to be specifically the new year. Okay, so just keep that in mind because it's a general reading. All right, so here you have the High Priest. Oh, isn't this interesting? Very interesting. So look at all these little fairies down here. And this is like a dragon or salamander or something. So definitely there's change that's coming in. There's transformation. I feel that there's a higher order to the things that have been going on in your life. And I feel like there was something that you needed to figure out, something that you needed to put together. But this is also showing me that I feel there's like a doorway back here, and you needed to get through this person. You needed to like break through barriers, or you needed to have a conversation with somebody, or this is where you're getting those answers from. Whatever it is, I feel you're breaking free of restrictions. Definitely, you're moving beyond those restrictions. All right. The Ten of Swords. This is a really amazing Ten of Swords. This is one of my favorite Ten of Swords that I've ever come across. And if you're ever interested in the decks that I use, they're always in the description box below. They're always listed there. At least they should be. I'm pretty good with that, so they should be there. Okay, so the Ten of Swords obviously are in the ground, which again takes me back to the Metamorphosis, the World card, the death and rebirth. And all of this right here, if you can't quite make that out, those are all butterflies. So there's a massive transformation coming in with you. Again, this is showing that you're moving beyond those restrictions, especially what we have here. We have the casket in the bowl, which is very, very similar to the swords and the butterflies. So especially like intellectually, or psychologically, you're moving beyond something. So what that's telling me is that you're getting the answers to something, and you're also going to be feeling much, much better about life in general, including this situation that's going on here. Because I feel for some of you, it's kind of like life in general is just not working out for you right now. But there's something that's happening. There's some sort of catalyst that's going to change things for some of you. The high priest here, this is the Hierophant. For some of you, you could be meeting somebody. It could be a job offer. It could be someone offering you a solution or a helping hand or something like that. Okay. The Ace of Swords. Yeah, it's a new day. It's a new thought process. There's clarity. You've worked through problems. You're feeling much, much better. It's night and day. Look at that. You have night and then you have day. So it's literally night and day. And the butterflies from this Ten of Swords, they're right here all around this new idea, this new insight that you're receiving, this transformation. It's coming through. So if you have any doubts, you have a lot of cards showing that there's a transformation coming in for you. The Nine of Cups. Yeah, this makes a lot of sense because I feel like this is exactly what you're going to be doing. There are these little stars that are falling from the sky, and I feel like blessings are coming into your life. Exactly what you've been waiting for is coming into your life. And you're going to feel so much lighter. I'm getting a sense of gratitude here. And also, I feel, so the Nine of Cups, this particular Nine of Cups, and then going back to the Water Oracle where it says acting on visions and it is destined. The success here with the Nine of Cups, you are destined for this success. It's just there were certain things that you needed to go through to get there. Very similar to the bowl here with all the fruit. The fruit didn't just magically appear. You had to plant the seeds, and then the seeds had to grow into a tree, and then you had to allow, the fruit to come, and then, you harvest the fruit and, all of that stuff. So it's difficult getting there, but Spirit says you are going to get there and you are going to enjoy the fruits of your labor and you will enjoy success. The Seven of Cups. Okay. Isn't this interesting that there's literally someone on this card picking fruit from the tree? And I was just talking about that. And then obviously you have the bowl of fruit here. And then you have the basket of fruit here and produce because you have some corn down here. It looks like tomatoes here, apples here. So it's a process. This is something that's not going to happen overnight. However, I'm seeing like being stuck in mud. So the difficulties, the delays, the struggles that you've had trying to get out of that mud, because I'm kind of seeing like quicksand where you're like, the more you struggle, the more you sink. But if you can calm your mind and calm down, because that's exactly what you're supposed to do if you're ever in quicksand, which I don't know if anybody's really ever been in quicksand, but I know it's possible. I know you're supposed to calm down, and then there's like a certain way to get out of it. And so for some reason, I saw this very, very clearly in my mind that it's like first calming your mind and allowing your intuition to work for you, allowing your intuition to do the work for you. But yeah, there are solutions that are coming in for you. So now you have the Ace of Cups. So again, you're moving away from something that's not working out for you. So I feel for some of you, if you've been trying to make the exact same thing work for a very long time, Spirit is saying it could be time to revisit the casket card over here, someone going out of your life or the end of a situation. It might be time for you to restructure the situation. Remember how in the beginning I was talking about, with this card, trial and error? Some of you may be trying to force something to work and it's not working. Now, what Spirit is showing me is that that doesn't mean that you need to scrap the whole entire idea and throw it in the trash can. Spirit is saying that maybe you just need to rework that idea a little bit. So if you're trying to fit like a round ball into a square and it's not working, and the more you fight it, the more frustrated you're getting, just like the quicksand I was talking about, calm down and think, is there another way to do this? Because I'm seeing there's something that could be very, very like a genius idea or something like that. And so, you know, kind of softly moving away from something and looking at other possibilities is what Spirit is showing me. The Eight of Swords. Wow. So with the Eight of Swords, see, this is so interesting. You have the Eight of Cups and now the Eight of Swords. So this is restriction. This is literally what I was just saying, because if you can see, there's actually string attached, or some kind of rope or something attached to the tree, and it's attached to this person's wrist here. But this person has a sword and they're cutting that. And you see the lightning here and the birds. So this is so interesting to me because it's also, remember I kind of talked about this with the World card and these two trees here, only this tree looks dead. So it really feels like you're trying to force something that is like a dead issue. But that doesn't mean that you need to give up on this entire issue. It's almost kind of like the Tower card in a sense, where it's trying to redirect you into a better situation, or something is holding you back. So let's say that you have like someone or something in your life that is draining your energy. And it would be that radical change to cut something loose, which would explain the World card, the Ten of Swords, the casket, right? All of these metamorphosis. And, you know, taking your strength back and taking your power back. Didn't I say, I don't remember what card it was, didn't I say I feel like something is tied up in a knot? And then you get this card where you're literally tied to the tree? I'm telling you, there's something going on here. Okay. And I'm not laughing at your situation. I'm just laughing at like how that all came together. Okay. The Two of Swords. Wow. So the first thing that I got when I turned this over is freedom and moving beyond indecision. So yeah, I feel like you have a decision to make, and I feel that decision has to do with the Ten of Swords, with letting something go so that you can live your life again, letting something go so that you can pursue your dreams again, letting something go so that you can just feel lighter and move forward. And, you know, to kind of summarize this Two of Swords, or, you know, ending on this note, it's the same thing we have right here. I feel like you are the Bloodstone right here, and you have a choice to hold on to the casket, which is draining your energy. It's preventing you from moving, or you can choose to move forward with this bowl, which is plenty of material things. So a lot of synchronicities in your reading. I hope that all made sense for you. I hope you enjoyed this reading. If you did, please like and subscribe. And if you ever want to book a personal reading with me, you can do that on my website, which is linked below. Thank you so much for watching. Hello, group number 3. You have the Rainforest Jasper, and this is your Six of Swords from the Bee Tarot. And I did receive a message from this. What I heard was death and rebirth for you. This right here is exactly why I felt that death and rebirth. And so moving away from a situation and having a sense of renewal going into a new situation. So that's it for this card. I'm going to put this back in the deck so we have it when we get to your tarot cards. And we're going to start with your oracle cards. What else can you tell us, please? Pile number 3 is moving beyond restrictions in their life. Ooh, okay. That one's definitely, we're going to look at that first. And then, okay, I guess you have 3 because that one really wanted to come out as well. Okay, what do we have here? Okay, so you have the Acolyte, new projects and learning. Ooh, wow, look at this cup. I'm feeling like the Queen of Cup vibes. I feel like you are about to receive everything that you are due. Ooh, some of you are going to be signing a contract or receiving like a diploma or something. And so some of you may literally be taking classes or graduating or something like that, but it doesn't have to be that. It could be that you're going to receive some sort of contract regarding like a promotion, a new job, new career. Some of you may be just taking some classes very, very casually, or maybe just watching some videos, DIY videos or something like that that's going to help you somehow with this vision that you have. But yeah, new projects. I definitely feel like, remember I said death and rebirth? So yeah, I feel like you definitely have some new things on the horizon for you. Okay, the botanist, parenthood and legacy. So for some of you, parenthood may be literal. But I feel for the majority of you, parenthood is talking about birthing something, especially because you have new projects here, and also learning. So something that you learned, you're putting it to good use. And, it's interesting because you're holding the vessel here, like the cup and the Queen of Cups, and here you're holding the flower. So I feel there's something that you're doing where you're providing all the nutrients for something to grow. And with legacy, I feel like you're going to be very, very successful with whatever this situation is in your life. And this could just be in general, your life has felt stagnant or stuck or something like that. And there's definitely something new that's coming into your life that's going to break that stagnancy and that's going to help to move you to exactly where you want to be. The Pilgrim, see, there's movement, opportunities, and growth. And look at the light. And again, you have the hands holding something. So it's interesting. Here you're holding the flower, and here the flower's in your hand, but here you're actually holding the flower. Do you see the difference? Because it's like you plucked it off the vine in this card. Here it's still attached. So also, this is making me think of the Hermit card. You're seeing the light at the end of the tunnel. You're receiving the answers that you need to move forward with something. And okay, so let me go back to this card for a minute here. Remember how I was saying some of you may be finishing up classes. So you're going to be graduating from school. Okay, so again, there's growth and there's new opportunities once you graduate from school. Some of you are getting a promotion, a new job, a new career. So definitely that's what I'm seeing here with the Pilgrim card as well. Opportunities and growth. What else can you tell us? Look at these two cards sticking out here. That was perfect. Okay. The Healing Lagoon, rejuvenate, recovery, time to heal. It's safe to stop. Yes, this is because you have a new beginning. So I feel like you have this death that comes in, right? The death and rebirth is what I'm talking about. So you have the first part of that, and then you have this rejuvenation period. It's so interesting that this is connected to what reminds me of the Hermit card here, because I feel like you take a minute to reevaluate things or to get your bearings, kind of clear your mind, and then when you come back, it's like, oh, okay. And it's like you're this force to be reckoned with because you have your energy back, you have clarity of thought. And there's just this great sense of renewal. Look, you even have flowers here as well. So definitely there's growth. And you know what I'm just noticing? Look at this card. The flowers are not blooming yet. That is fascinating how that worked out. The flowers here are not blooming yet. Here they have bloomed. But here you cut it off the vine and you're actually holding it in your hand. Fascinating to me. So there's a progression going on in your life right now. It's kind of like before you got to this point here with this card where the flowers can actually come and be ready, like springtime. So I feel right now you're kind of in a winter period where things are dormant right now, but things are definitely going to come to life for you. So something could be happening for you within like the next 3 to 6 months. And that doesn't mean that nothing's going to happen until 3 months. It could be that you're going to really see some significant changes from now and to 3 to 6 months later. And this is a timeless reading. So whenever you're watching this, that could have some significance for you. Okay, so we have the water carrier. What really matters, reflect and reprioritize. I feel like that's what you're doing with these two cards here. So some of you may have had like a redirection. Some of you may have had kind of a tower card moment where everything came crashing down around you. And during your time of reflection, you've really kind of focused on what really matters to you. And Spirit is saying, look, it's safe to stop worrying about things with this healing lagoon here. And it's safe for you to step into new projects, to give birth to something, and to grow and trust that these new opportunities coming in will provide what you want and what you need in your life. All right, so we're going to take most likely 2 cards. We'll see what happens from the tea leaf deck. Spirit, what is the most important thing that group number 3 knows from this deck, please? I feel like this one on the bottom is one of them, and I feel like this is another one right here. All right. So let's look at the red one first. So we have broken bridge, unsuccessful outcome to a problem. This makes so much sense to me because you need to heal from something. Something did not work out in your favor. Oh, remember I mentioned some of you had a tower card moment where everything came crashing down on you. And look at this. It's like you thought you were getting somewhere with something. You were over here and you wanted to get over here, but your plans came crashing down on you. And it was this big storm and it was very like literally dark and stormy and just very, very uncomfortable, unsettling. So this is like that death that I was talking about. And then you went into the pilgrim here, which remember is making me think of the hermit, and you had to think about things again. You had to figure out what you want to do, how you're going to do it, and all of those things. But you're coming out of that, and there's so much opportunity, so much success and abundance that's coming in for you. I cannot. Okay, so like I said, success is coming in for you. Do you see how your cards are lining up? There was definitely something that happened. I feel it broke your heart. It made you feel broken. And I feel some of you wanted to give up on something. But Spirit is saying, look, this was not the end all be all. There's something other than this. And it's right here. All right. And this too. This is what is coming in. So if you feel like that you won't have success, it's right here. Okay, so let's move on to your tarot cards. What else can you tell us? I feel like these cards want to come out. What else do you want to tell us, please? In this one. All right. What else do you want to tell us, please? All right, so let's see what we have. I'm going to set these right here. So there you go. You can see that these ones here are the ones that were out. Okay, so you have the Two of Wands. It's absolutely fascinating to me, the way your cards are lining up. Okay, so here, I feel there's a decision to make. I feel there's a new direction in your life. And it is your choice if you want to move forward or not. You see how this gate is open? So you can choose to stay over here with the broken bridge. You can choose to stay in that energy if you want to, but Spirit is saying that moving forward, making a choice, a decision to move forward, there's great success waiting for you there. And I feel like you're going to make the right decision. It's just, you just need like this restructuring period where you can, get your energy back and get clarity back. But yeah, there's learning. There might be some lesson that you learned here, because I feel like perhaps there was something faulty with this broken bridge card, kind of like the Tower card energy. Something that sooner or later it would not have held the weight of your potential. Therefore, you were redirected in a different direction or something like that, which will have more growth opportunities that can hold the weight of your success that is due to you. Does that make any sense? I hope it does. And it's not like it's heavy, like your success is going to be heavy. It's just that you need a solid foundation for the level of success that you're going to have. Because if you're building a skyscraper, right? Like, let's say that's the level of success you're going to have. You cannot build that on a faulty foundation. You need solid ground. And so that is what I'm seeing with your situation. I mean, look, your next card is the King of Pentacles. So if you have any doubts about the success that's coming in for you, look at your King of Pentacles right here. This is success. And this is literally what I was just talking about, having that strong foundation, having patience to do things wrong and then fix them and learn things. Remember, you have learning here, and then not making those mistakes again. So if you're feeling very down on yourself or frustrated or whatever it is, because maybe you made a mistake, it's okay, because that is not the end all be all. There are other opportunities for you coming in. The Strength card. Yeah, I've been talking about this, throughout the reading. So the strength of your success, your internal strength, your intellectual strength, the strength of this idea, the strength of your path forward, it's all there for you. And I feel like you're going to fly, because this particular Strength card, this person here has wings. So your idea is going to fly. It's going to take off. Whatever this is, if it's an idea that you have, a project, if it's movement that you want to make in your life, it is going to take off for you. I just feel like there's some sort of redirection. And for some of you, it's the same idea. You just need to change that idea a little bit. And for others of you, it's like completely restructuring everything from the bottom up. But you still have, if you're restructuring absolutely everything, it's like you still have this idea of success with an idea. And so the end goal of being successful with something, you are still going to achieve that. It just might look a little bit different than you originally thought. So here's the Honeymoon card. This is the Lover's card. Yeah. So again, I feel like there's a decision that needs to be made. And there's also something, I'm telling you, there's something that wasn't quite right with the previous decision that you made. Can you see this right here? There's actually a person standing behind this tree. So I feel like there may have been something that was deceptive, or something that just wasn't quite on the up and up with the previous situation with the broken bridge. I mean, it's literally like, do you want to drive over this bridge? Probably not. There was something that I feel was either false or something that wasn't what it was saying it was. So this could be like, for instance, let's say that you're going to start a new job and they're telling you, oh yeah, you're going to do this, this, and this. And you're like, oh my gosh, that sounds amazing. And then you start the new job and you're like, wait a minute, this isn't exactly what I thought it was going to be. And your boss is like, oh, well, we just made some changes, and you're just like, wait a minute, what? So I feel it could be something like that. Definitely it could be metaphorical for some of you. But there's healing, there's recovery, and these new decisions that you're going to make, there's longevity with those new decisions. Okay. Yeah, exactly. So here you have the Four of Wands. This is longevity. So remember when I was talking about the broken bridge and the tower and how your level of success needs a healthy foundation. That's exactly what this is right here. So isn't that interesting that with this Lover's card, there's someone lurking in the background here, which is a little bit creepy. And that's exactly how it feels with the broken bridge. Like if somebody knew that this bridge was faulty, but they just let people drive and walk over the bridge anyway, that's also kind of a creepy energy, right? So there was something that was just not right regarding this situation. But where you're going, it's reliable, it is sturdy, you can trust it, it's peaceful, there's so much growth here. And there's also commitment from people, places, things, and situations. And there's also like being on the same page with all of these things. The Three of Wands. Okay, this is very interesting because this row is going to be completed with this card. And we started with the Two of Wands, which is going in a new direction, making a decision about that new direction. Are you going to stay with the broken bridge, or are you going to pursue success and try something else? So here, this is showing that the effort that you have put into something, that effort is coming back to you. What you are seeking is coming back to you. So this is kind of like the beginning where you were putting the pieces together or back together for some of you over here with the Two of Wands, right? You're making decisions, you're moving forward with something with the honeymoon card, and you have this really steady, firm foundation here. And now things are slowly but surely starting to come together. And I feel that from this point forward with this Three of Wands, things start moving a little bit quicker for you. Okay, so we have the Eight of Pentacles. Yeah, so this is basically what I was just saying. You've been working on something, you've been putting your energy into something, your heart and soul into something, and it's starting to pay off for you. So what I'm seeing here, let me just give you just kind of a visual, a metaphorical or literal situation for you. So let's say that, let's just say that you started a business and it ended up not working out for you so well. So everything came crashing down, but there was something a little bit faulty with the way that you created it. So you say, okay, you're really upset for a while, but then you come out of that and you say, let me try again. So that's what you're doing here. And then here with the Three of Wands, this is like when you're starting to get some sort of traction, when people are starting to realize that you have a business, that you have a service or a product or ideas, whatever it is, you have something to offer here. Now, with the Eight of Pentacles, it's picking up speed. And you're still not exactly where you want to be. It's this slow, steady progress. And you can see these people back here, they're talking about you. So there's word of mouth, there's recognition. And instead of having 3 things here, now you have 8 things here. So you see what I'm saying, how things are picking up for you slowly but surely, because things are not faulty here. So you're actually receiving that success, and it doesn't have to do anything with work or a business or anything like that. It definitely could, especially with the King of Pentacles and the Eight of Pentacles. So if it's not, just think about that metaphorically. Okay, so here we have the Four of Pentacles. Yeah, so there is something that is much longer lasting where you're going than where you previously were. However, in order to get there, it's going to require you to look at things differently and to not be so strict in trying to do things the exact same way as before, because this bridge is broken. Do you want to build it the exact same way that you did before because something was faulty over here? Probably not, right? You probably want to do things a little bit different. Maybe you want to build the exact same bridge, but you want to use different screws to, screw in the different components. So that's what I'm seeing here with the Four of Pentacles. You don't have to make radical changes unless you want to, but just be open to making some sort of changes with something that's going on. Be open to learning something new, to trying something new. The Ace of Pentacles. Yeah, you have a lot of pentacles here, so I wouldn't be surprised if you are starting something new regarding a new home, a new life, a new job, new career, new projects, anything like that, new partnerships with someone. And here with Ace of Pentacles, this reminds me of breaking bread. So starting something new could definitely be a partnership with someone, especially because you have the two pieces of bread that have been cut off here. You have the honeymoon with two people, so some sort of partnership. And this is just the beginning, but you already have a lot going for you regarding this new beginning. I feel there are a lot of blessings coming in for you regarding this new beginning. Spirit says, stay strong, stay true to your heart, stay true to what you want to accomplish, and you will accomplish that. Okay, what else? So here you have the Eight of Wands. And what was I say? Oh, that's what it was. With the Three of Wands, yeah. So remember how I said it feels like it's like kind of a slow progression, but once you get to the Three of Wands, things happen a little bit quicker, especially because you have the Three of Wands here, and then you jump all the way to the Eight of Pentacles. So yeah, that's basically what I'm seeing here. And it's interesting that it is below the honeymoon, which is the Lover's card, because here you have two people that are connecting on some level. So I feel that something is connecting with you, whether that is you and a new idea connecting, you and a partner connecting, you and a move connecting, you and a new job, so on and so forth, you and a promotion, you and a new business idea, whatever it is. There's something that really clicks here. First of all, you are walking away from the discomfort, the confusion that happened from the broken bridge. So I feel you're getting closure from something here with the Lover's card, which is then allowing things to come together, and then allowing things to come together much, much quicker than if you were holding on to that there. There could be some form of communication that you're going to receive that will come in, and once you receive that communication, things really kind of like that really gets the ball rolling for you. Okay, so you have the Prince of Swords. Well, this is interesting. Very interesting. So this is the Knight of Swords. And this is a quicker movement, and definitely the Eight of Wands is a quicker movement too. This is clarity. This is you. I feel like with the Prince of Swords, the Knight of Swords, I feel like you're putting the past behind you, and you've been divinely inspired. I'm literally seeing you in the Hermit energy where you're just kind of laying low, and then all of a sudden you jump up like this Knight of Swords, and you have this idea, and you're so energized, and you have your power back, you have your energy back, your passion back for something. And then it's like you rise from the ashes, and there's just no stopping you. So you're absolutely finding a solution to this problem that you have, this restriction. All right, so, okay, interesting. So you have the Seven of Wands. So what this is showing me, first of all, is that something unexpected happened. So again, a little bit of that Tower card energy, the broken bridge energy. But you're conquering the unexpected, and you're rebuilding. You're definitely rebuilding, because this is a little bit of a more relaxed energy for this Seven of Wands than you may typically feel in other Seven of Wands and other decks. And so this is showing me that you can relax again. You've fixed all the problems that you've had. You had 7 different wands, 7 different problems. I mean, maybe not literally, right? But you know what I'm saying. You've fixed all of that, and everything is coming together for you. Look at all these bees, this community of bees. Everything is in action again. So that is what I'm seeing for you. I hope this helped you. I hope that, maybe it gave you hope about your future and moving beyond these restrictions. If you enjoyed this reading, please like and subscribe. And if you ever want to book a personal reading with me, you can do that on my website, which is linked below. Thank you so much for watching.